one of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's 2nd and 2.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Yellow.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action with Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Third and long for Mahomes. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Motion man is Rice. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
Yellow.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Motion man is Rice. Here's Pacheco. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown number 9 for the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw to get started, it's Rattler. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Rattler now back to throw. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Hey, ribble in, ribble in.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's going to take this one all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Throwing is Rattler. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now Rattler gonna throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
3rd and 5. Here's Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, Rattler. This is caught at the 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
So the decision to go for it on 4th down pays off. Really well executed, nice job by the offense. But now you got to come away with a touchdown. You want to reward your coach for the aggressive decision-making by coming away with 6.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Hey, 57.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Into space at the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. Here's Ingram. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43.
On second down, Pacheco.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Yellow.
A handoff to Pacheco. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Yellow.
1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. A give here to Pacheco. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Attack!
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Jared Wiley, the tight end. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down. They passed on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. From the pistol, here's Walker. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Back to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. Third and long. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. On first down, they'll run it on the draw. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is what they call an angle route, and what's so hard for these linebackers is it looks like the running back is just trying to beat you to the flat. And then once you overcommit, he puts his foot down and crosses your face, and he's wide open in the middle of the field.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Now a 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And he will have the 1st down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Now a give on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Let's go.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Seattle.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this.
Dribbling. Attack.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. A throw here, right side. Falls incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Third and long for Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing now is Rattler. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Rattler now back to throw. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. Throwing is Rattler. That's to Cooper again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Rattler gonna throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 16 there. And a first down. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the RPO, quickly in the hands of Cooper. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Trying to get himself upfield, and he cannot do it. Not back at the 2-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, good night from Kansas City.